don't even think we're gonna do a transition right there. It looks like the carpet is lifted right up on top of.
What's up, DIY Nation? Welcome back to YOUFLOOR, the channel bringing you tips and tricks to help you with your next flooring project. And today we're going to be discussing LVP tile. That's right, I have some right here. But right quick before we got started, I want to bring some big news for you guys. YOUFLOOR is really taking off, and we are doing a lot of new things to help further along this DIY channel. Here locally, we have found a distributor who sells LVP and waterproof laminate at wholesale prices, so we're able to get those products really cheap, and they are just as good as the qualities as you would find in your local hardware stores. And by getting these products at a cheaper price, we're able to pass those savings on to our customers. Now here locally, we have started selling flooring to our customers. We go to the jobs, do a measurement, and we bring some samples. It's not just this, but we bring samples of all the LVPs and the tiles that we have. We are building our YOUFLOOR website where we'll be able to offer you guys inexpensive flooring and also tools, things that we use on the job to install flooring. That way we can bring DIY a little bit more accessible and kind of be your one-stop shop. You can go to the website, buy the flooring, go to YouTube, watch the instructional videos. You can even purchase the tools to put them together. And I've been waiting for somebody to pick this one out so that I could actually do a video on this. And somebody finally did, so we were able to put a whole video together on how to install this with instructions and time-lapse video. But right quick, I wanted to show you how this stuff goes together. I actually show in the video too, but while we're here real close up, there's some things that are really cool about it that I wanted to show you, so check it out. So I've had planks that you put together in the past where they have actually put a line right down the center of the grout line, and it's supposed to mimic tile. The problem is if you are a floor installer or if you just have an eye for details, you can tell that there's a crack running down the middle of the grout line, and so therefore it's a dead giveaway. That's not real tile. However, this stuff, they have actually put the whole grout line in on the joint, and then the tongue goes inside so that the crack goes to one side and you never see the crack in the middle of your grout line. So I'll show you what I'm talking about here. These are so easy to install. It literally just slips right in, flush it up, and I just drop it, and boom, that thing is installed. Look, I'm pulling on it. I'm gonna shove it back here. And then the next one, what you'll want to do is you want to measure from here to the center, and that's where you're going to want to start your next one. But I'll just randomly, I'm going to stick it in here just to show you. I've got it in, I've lifted it up, boom, I let it down, it's locked in. And then of course, if you have to go backwards, it's not that hard to go backwards as well. I mean, you're coming in, you're dropping it in, it's locked in. I mean, if we're talking DIY friendly, this stuff is super DIY friendly, and I would recommend it to anybody who doesn't have a lot of carpentry skills because it's easy to cut. I don't want to waste a whole lot of time because I go over this in the video, but if you guys are interested, let me know in the comments, and if you guys are wanting to order something like this, I'm sure we can get together before the website is built and get you guys taken care of. But anyway, let's go and jump right into the video and see what happened.
Alright, so to get started with this stuff, we split the room in half, going this way, because this is what you'll be mostly viewing, and then the hallway. We made our reference point to divide this right down the middle here, so that determined how big our starters were going to be over there, and they were 9 inches. Over on the other side, it's about 6 inches, but we're going in over here to a couple of these rooms, so we'll be able to use those over there, so it doesn't really matter. We have to center something, so we centered this room, and we centered the hallway, and as you can see, here's what it looks like so far. Centering one here, and then centering our crack in the dead center of the room. And that's where we are so far. These things lock together pretty easy. I'm gonna show you right now.
Now let me tell you, I have installed lots of LVP, from LifeProof to SmartCore to NuCore to Triumph. But this product is so easy to cut, I use the same blade to do numerous cuts throughout the job, which I found to be weird since they have an SPC core. And for those of you who are wondering, SPC stands for stone, plastic, or polymer composite, which means a majority of the core is crushed stone, giving it maximum durability, whereas the WPC stands for wood plastic or polymer composite, which means the core is made of part wood and part plastic composites. It's still very durable, but slightly softer on the feet and maintains warmth. We were able to blast right through this first part of the install, and with Kelly feeding me planks, we were up to the hallway in less than 30 minutes. Now, the best way I know how to get the exact measurements for turning corners or going through doorways is to lay a plank clicked in on the next row, hanging past my next area. This will leave a void, and that void is all the measurements for my next plank. This creates an exact fit every single time. Bet money. Here's an example of having to go around a case opening doorway. The planks are 32 inches wide, so I measured over 16 inches to the center of the plank on the previous row. Now, by lining up the edge of the random plank to my 16-inch mark, I can get all the measurements for the plank that goes around the door for a perfect fit.
Like a GLUV?
Now that the hard cuts are in, we took a short lunch, then it was back to business as usual. We were able to knock out the majority of the flooring in no time.
Alright, so now that I have a little bit of this installed, I wanted to get a little closer and show you a little something. You see how it appears to have a grout line? It comes together. And now, I also wanted to show you this. With a lot of product, what happens is very obvious that there's a line going down the middle of your grout line. These, however, when you put them together, check this out. Here's a piece. I'm just going to slip it in there, and they fall right in. There you go, and it just fell right into place. It's locked in. See? There you go. Check that out. There's the grout line, and you can see how it goes to one side instead of in the middle. That's a good shot of it, so you can see that. We'll pull it apart so you can see. See? Pretty cool, huh? Alright. I don't even think we're going to do a transition right there. It looks like the carpet is lifted right up on top of it, so that makes for a good transition. Just got to do a quarter round, and there's where we are so far, guys. It looks like a real tile. It's pretty cool.
Well guys, we finally made it to the finishing wall. However, there are a few pipes to contend with. Now, had this been new construction, there wouldn't be anything connected to them, so we could just drill small holes in the floor and slide them through. But at this stage in the game, it was time to bring in the heat. Did you know that if you heat this stuff up, it is very flexible and moldable? I was able to cut the perfect size hole and then make tiny slits towards the back. After softening up the area, I could bend the planks right around the pipes. I cut any excess running up the pipe for a perfect fit. Man, I tell you what, it worked like a charm. And once the quarter round was installed and the appliances were pushed back, you couldn't even tell. You know what they say, can't see it from my house. Just kidding. It really turned out great. Alright guys, that's going to do it for this episode. Thanks for watching, and I hope you got some value out of that. Don't forget, we are going to be selling flooring in the future, and we'll have a website that you can go to order that. But if you're interested before that is complete, just leave me a message in the comments. I'm sure we can hook up together and get you taken care of. And I also wanted to mention that if you guys like videos like this, go ahead and consider subscribing. That way you can become part of the DIY family, and turn on notifications so YouTube will let you know when I put out these videos. Alright, that's going to do it for this episode. Hope to see you on the next one. Till next time, take care, stay safe. Peace.